Hi students, welcome to the class. The last class we had discussed about kinetic energy. So today we are going to discussing law of conservation of energy. So you want to know about first the interconversion of kinetic energy into potential energy. Interconversion of kinetic energy into potential energy. See this figure. The swinging pendulum can either possess the kinetic energy or potential energy. Okay, when the bob is at the position B, it possesses only the potential energy and not the kinetic energy. Okay, this is the potential energy, not the kinetic energy. When it moves towards the point A, its potential energy goes on decreasing and kinetic energy goes on increasing. When it comes to A to B, so the potential energy will decrease and the kinetic energy will increase. Okay, when it reaches at point A, it possesses only kinetic energy. When this ball comes to a B to A, so the potential energy that is becoming decreased and the kinetic energy start to increase. Okay, when this ball comes to the A position, so it gets maximum kinetic energy. Okay, when it again tends to move towards the point C, here kinetic energy starts getting converted into potential energy. Again this bob that's going to C position, A to C position, so it having what it changed to kinetic energy into potential energy. Okay, this at extreme position B and C. Okay, the extreme position B and C, the potential energy is maximum. Okay, B and C there is more maximum potential energy, while at mean position kinetic energy is minimum. Okay, this the total energy at every instant of a time is constant. This proves the law of conservation of energy. So what is law of conservation of energy? Yes, the law of conservation of energy is a law of science that states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, but only changed from one form into another form or transferred from one object to another. This is what law of conservation of energy. In physics and chemistry, the law of conservation of energy states that the total energy of an isolated system remains constant. It is said to be conserved over time. This law, first proposed and tested by Emile du Châtelet, means that the energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Rather, it can only be transformed or transferred from one form to another. For instance, chemical energy is converted into kinetic energy. When a stick of dynamite explodes, if one adds up all forms of energy that were released in the explosion, such as the kinetic energy and potential energy of the pieces, as well as heat and sound, one will get the exact degrees of chemical energy in the combustion of the dynamite. Classically, conservation of energy was distinct from conservation of mass. However, special relativity showed that mass is related to energy and vice versa. That that Einstein equation is equal to mc square. And since now takes the views that mass energy as a whole is conserved. Theoretically, this implies that any object with mass can itself be converted to pure energy and vice versa. Though this is believed to be possible only under the most extreme of physical conditions, such as likely extreme existed in the universe very shortly after the Big Bang or when black hole emit Hawking radiations. Conservation of energy can be vigorously proven by Norton's theorems as a consequence of continuous times translation symmetry. That is from the fact that the law of physics do not change over time. I hope all of you understood this topic. Interconversion of kinetic energy into potential energy and law of conservation of energy. Yes, thank you.